What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Misinformation Show. I am your host, Amber Star McTerry, and so much has happened since the last time we spoke. I know it's been a minute. I promise you guys, I'm going to get better at this. I'm really trying, but anyways, so much has happened since we last spoke. The presidential debate is coming up. Venezuelan gangs are all over the place. The reparations bill in California got shut down by Democrats. All that and so much more on this episode of the Misinformation Show is coming up now. Okay, so just a few days ago, an interesting chain of events happened. And of course, the mainstream media and black blogs aren't really giving you the full picture of what happened with the reparations bill in California because they want black Americans to go out in droves to vote for an Asian, Jamaican, Indian. You guys hear that? The black blogs aren't telling you the full picture of what happened in California. Not even the mainstream media is talking about it because they want you to go out and vote for an Asian, Jamaican, Indian. Make that make sense for me. Okay, so SB 1331 and SB 1403 are the reparations bill written by Democrats in California. Okay, so activists showed up to the assembly this past weekend to demand they vote on this reparations bill, and the congressional so-called Black Caucus decided they're not going to move forward with this bill at all. They actually said they aren't going to move forward with this bill at all this year. Make that make sense. This is the same party that tell black people, oh, racism is there, racism is here, racism is there. But they say, yeah, you deserve this, you deserve reparations. But when push comes to shove, they flaked, they lied, they ignored you. How do you guys feel about that, Democrats? How do you feel that you get on the internet and call black Republicans or right-leaning black people all these racial slurs just to get ignored by Democrats while they prioritize illegal immigrants? Do y'all feel fucking stupid? You should. You should, because all of y'all are fucking idiots if you thought Democrats are going to give you any fucking thing. Y'all fucking dumbass. Anyways, so activists showed up to this hall, got ignored by Democrats. They completely put the bill to the side, and the black blogs posted how these activists were there and got ignored, but they did not tell you what else happened at the assembly, okay? Pretty much everyone is blaming Gavin Newsom. Newsom. They're blaming Gavin Newsom, as they should, because apparently Gavin Newsom called the assembly and was at the 11th hour, by the way, and said, don't give me this bill, I'm going to veto it. He didn't want to look like the racist bad guy in front of all of his so-called constituents, whatever, so he had the assembly take the blame. Okay, now look at these videos. Look at these videos of the activists at the assembly hall gathering, demanding that they vote on this bill.
We grew up for California. You work for us. We voted. SB 1403, 1331. Can you bring it to the floor? We grew up for Los Angeles.
The speaker needs to bring the bills up now. These are their bills. They have their names on the bills. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Now, listen, they gonna see this and they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills, then they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. We don't care.
We need to
Bring the goddamn bills up now.
The governor needs to understand that the world is watching California, and this is going to have a direct impact on your friend, Kamala Harris, who's running for president. This is going to have a direct impact. So pull up the bills now, vote on them, and sign them.
We have
We've
the votes.
been waiting for over 400 years.
Okay, so it appears to me, I think a phenomenon is happening that no one's really talking about, and it appears to me that black people in these major cities are rising up all over. At And I'm so happy that it finally reached California, being that I moved here for the Californian dream and end up turning into a fucking Republican because the policies in the state of California is so bad. You know, so I'm happy to see that the movement has finally came to California. You know, in Chicago, what's been happening? Black people in Chicago are rising up against Democrats and demanding tangibles for their votes, as they should, since we've been voting for y'all for 60 plus years and we haven't received nothing. It's like we kept moving down to the bottom of the caste system. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all voting blue no matter who. We got nothing for that, okay? New York, doing the same thing. Black people, Hispanic people, because you know New York is very diverse. Everyone over there rising up against the Democrats. And I'm so happy to see that finally reached California. So this reparations bill, thank you, Democrats. Y'all gave Republicans a W with this one. You know why? No one's talking about it. Bill S.A. Lee. Shout out to you, Bill S.A. Lee. You did an amazing job demanding this vote on the floor just for Democrats to show their true colors, okay? So Bill S.A. Lee is a Republican in California, and he realized how all these activists in California were being ignored by Democrats. I mean, they showed up. They were demanding a vote on this bill. Democrats ignored them. A Republican, he not even black, by the way, okay? He went on the floor demanding they vote on this bill, and they ignored him.
Votes for all tallying votes. Ayes 42, no 7. 216 leaving 2348.
Assembly Bill 2348 by Assemblymember Ramos, enacted to California Emergency Services Act.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today for concurrence of AB 2348.
Notice how no black blog spoke on this Republican. Mainstream media is not spoken on this Republican. I posted it on my blog, okay, but nobody is talking about how a Republican had to bring a reparations bill to the floor and Democrats ignored it. The same Democrats y'all been voting for 60 years ignoring y'all. How do y'all feel, black people? How do y'all feel, black community? The ones who are still stuck in la la land thinking Democrats care about you and Republicans are so racist. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not saying any party cares about black people, but at least Republicans are more transparent than Democrats are. Democrats run a whole platform of saving black people, or POC, from racism, okay? Just to ignore this reparations bill on the floor. How do y'all feel? A Republican had to bring it on the floor and Democrats ignored it, okay? And they allegedly got this call from Governor Gavin Newsom, one of the most popular Democrats in the entire country. How do y'all feel? No mainstream media talked about this. None, okay? And Bill S.A. Lee, shout out to you. You did an amazing job exposing the Democrats. Put this statement out after the entire ordeal. So let's look at it. He said, I want to be clear about what happened last night in California legislature and my views on the issue of reparations. For years, the Democrat Party has promised to pay direct cash reparations to Americans who have been harmed by slavery. They convinced voters they were serious about this proposal and that they would enact legislation to make this happen, okay? And they have. When the time came to pass the bills, they went into hiding and refused to bring the bills to the floor for a vote. There were hundreds of activists in the Capitol building. Oh, I'm sorry. There were hundreds of activists in the Capitol being visibly ignored by Democrats in Sacramento. They weren't imagine that. The same party who cares about you being affected by racism and white people ignored y'all and wouldn't even let y'all in the gallery to hear what they were talking about. Do y'all feel like clowns? You should. Go put your face paint on and your red curly wig. Y'all are fucking clowns, bro. If y'all think the government is gonna help you do anything, bro, the government showed their hand on how they feel about black people a long time ago. Since slavery, if you think the government has changed since slavery, you're a fucking idiot. They're not giving you shit. I don't care. They can pretend they're giving you reparations all they want. It's going to be some flam-ass, whack-ass shit. I don't think the government ever is going to give y'all reparations. They're not going to give black people anything. But continue to build at S.A. Lee. I I met with several members of the public there to support the bills. I found them to be sincere, honest, and deeply frustrated Americans. I believe there should be a debate and a recorded vote on an issue, which there should be. Politicians cannot be allowed to make promises to the people who elect them and then hide like cowards when it's time to go on record. Come on now. Preach. At minimum, the people were owed a hearing and opportunity to know where their elected representative stands on the issue. I have always been clear about my views. I have not been supportive of California taxpayers paying for the wrongs of slave states. Perhaps slave states in a Democrat Party who fought for slavery should be the financially responsible, which makes sense. However, I do believe we need to have a conversation about making direct investments and important policy changes into communities that have been harmed by past injustices. This is a conversation Republicans are very much open to having. Come on now. Republicans, Bill S.A. Lee, and specifically has said, Republicans are open to having this conversation. Democrats are telling you in your face, yeah, we support you, you deserve this. But when the push comes to shove, they go into hiding. Do you feel like a fucking clown? You should. You should. At least Republicans are telling you, hey, I'm not going to give y'all shit. At least Republicans are telling you, I'm not going to give y'all shit. Democrats are lying in y'all face, saying, yeah, you deserve this, you deserve that. They don't give y'all anything, but they give it to the migrants. If you have $150,000 worth of down payments to give to migrants who come here, you can give something to Black Americans who were affected by slavery. And I'm going to give my point of view on reparations at the end of this, because I feel like I don't really speak on it much because I just haven't, but I'm going to let y'all know how I feel after this. Okay, back to Bill. It's unconscionable that Democrats this year have spent billions on handouts to illegal immigrants, including giving them free universal health care and down payment assistance to buy a new home. These are people who broke laws and just showed up in our country, and they're ignoring you, Black people. This is me saying this part. They're ignoring you. The illegal immigrants deserve down payments on homes, health care, credit cards. Black people, what do y'all get for voting Democrat 60 years? Shit! Y'all don't get shit. How do y'all feel, you fucking clowns? All y'all talked about me, all y'all talked about every Black person who been woke to this a long time ago. How do y'all feel, okay? If we have billions to give to illegal immigrants, then why don't we have billions to invest in our own American communities? In the coming weeks, I intend to have meaningful, serious, and productive conversations on this topic. My message to Black Americans is do not blindly support any political party or politician simply because of the letter next to their name. Make them earn your votes. Earn. All 80 members of the California Assembly are up for election this November. That's your opportunity to make your voices heard. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill S.A. Lee. Thank you for doing this. You are awesome. That statement was amazing. I just want to know how Black people feel. You the Democrat tards, hit me up. I want to know how y'all feel about Democrats blocking this bill in California. And I already have people on Twitter talking about, oh, well, Republicans don't support reparations anyway. They're not going to give it to you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not supporting Republicans because of reparations. Fuck the government. Fuck the government in a way, but because I don't think they're going to give anybody anything unless it fits their agenda, okay? Like, I don't depend on anybody for nothing, okay? I'm not saying I vote Republican because I want reparations. No, I vote Republican because I support the policies, okay? At least they're not out here wanting or willing to give illegal immigrants health care, okay? When Black people, a lot of y'all probably don't even have health insurance. Okay, but they want to give health insurance to people who come here illegally. A lot of y'all can't afford a down payment on a home, but they want to give down payments to people on homes who came here illegally. Okay, make that make sense for me. Shout out to Bill for doing that. I hope you open the eyes of a lot of people. But my question is, I want to know what Uncle Luke implies had to say about this, okay? These old washed out rappers, I guess, because they're not making music no more, so now they want to talk about politics. Uncle Luke, because none of y'all spoke about this. Uncle Luke, how do you feel about Democrats Ignoring the reparations bill in California applies. You haven't spoken on this either. And you had your big teeth ass out here on the internet talking about black people shouldn't be asking questions about what they can get for their votes. Because we don't ask the white man for a vote. Are you fucking dumb? Trump goes on CNN. Trump went to NABJ, took questions from black women. Okay, so what are you talking about? We don't do the white man the same. Are you a fucking idiot? Like, I feel like people like Uncle Luke and Plies, they live in two different realities than normal people, okay? We've been voting Democrat for 60 plus years. Black people are still at the bottom of the system, and every metric, what have we gained? Okay, the only thing we gained was getting brainwashed by Democrats that they're gonna do this and do that for us while we don't get nothing. Okay, we're still at the bottom of the system, and now we're about to get replaced. Pretty soon, the black vote won't even matter because all these immigrants coming over here getting homes and health care, jobs, and all that. And you talking about what we need to earn, why we asking questions, shut your dumb ass up, bro. What planet are you on? Uncle Luke implies y'all haven't said anything about the reparations bill in California. I wonder why. Y'all out here suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, talking about Trump this, Trump that, white people this, white people that. Y'all can't even face reality. I want y'all to tell me, how do y'all feel about that reparations bill in California and how Democrats ignored it and how a Republican, a non-black Republican, had to bring that to the floor? I want y'all to speak on that. But y'all not. Dumbass people. And at the end of the day, this is how I feel about reparations, okay? I'm not the one to beg the government for anything, okay? I know the government is only going to give people whatever fits their agenda at the moment. That's who they're going to support. The government showed their hand and how they feel about black people back when they enslaved black people, okay? They have not changed. They even have people infiltrate the Republican Party so black people won't even better themselves. You know, when black people started voting Republican and started becoming Republicans, they created the whole damn KKK. Okay? They already showed how they feel about black people. I'm not begging them for nothing. I feel like we better off helping ourselves. You know, the government isn't going to help us. I just don't believe in that at all. I'm sorry. And although I do, I stand with you guys because I do believe you guys have a valid argument at the end of the day because black people weren't always a fucked up community. Okay? And Republicans have admitted this several times. Y'all know black people weren't always like that. We all can pinpoint a certain time in history when the black community started to go downhill. And that was at the hands of the government. You know what I'm saying? The government is the reason black people are the way they are today. The reason why there's so much crime in the communities, the reason why the family structure is broken is because of the United States government. And if you think I'm wrong, prove it to me. Let's have that debate right now. If the government isn't at fault for the reason the black community is fucked up, explain that to me right now. Because they are at the end of the day. And I do believe the government owes black people something, bro. They do. Even I don't care if it's about, y'all weren't slaves. Yeah, I wasn't a slave. I don't know nobody who was a slave. But I do feel like the way my family is, everybody's family is a result of the United States government. Most black people, families, the reason why we're poor, the reason why we don't have much education, the reason why we don't have much wealth is because the government wanted us to be that way. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, okay? But like I said, I'm not going to beg them because they already showed their hand. I'm not going to waste my time, but I will support people who are fighting for the cause. I will support y'all, but I'm just not willing to die on that hill. I'd rather us get together as a community and start building ourselves. We have to take accountability and start building ourselves. I just don't believe in begging the government. I'm sorry, but I'm willing to host a debate, anybody, or an informational conversation about how do you think the government isn't responsible for the state of the black community in 2024? Let's have that conversation. I'm willing. I would love to have it. Okay? Speaking of the state of the black community, the replacements, the Venezuelan gangs, are all over the place allegedly and taking over. In Colorado, there were videos that came out about a week ago. I saw an apartment complex of a Venezuelan, but allegedly, but the parking lot, the Venezuelan gang allegedly like trashed this parking lot or whatever. A lot of people are blaming, say, yeah, Venezuelans are going crazy. They're taking over complexes. They're charging rent to the tenants. What sounds a little outrageous to me at first, but police came out, they look at the apartment, now they're saying that's actually not true. Let's take a look.
We've been talking to the residents here and learning from them to find out what exactly is going on, and there's definitely a different picture. I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but what we're learning out here is that gang members have not taken over this complex. We've really made an effort to the last few days to just really ask the specific questions and the direct questions in terms of the gang activity and who's actually making sure that people aren't paying rent to gang leaders or gang members, that's not happening. And we've discovered here today and yesterday talking to so many residents that that's not the case. We've been talking about, and they've been sincere with us. We really believe that they are sincere with us. And we're standing out here, and I can tell you that gang members have not taken over this apartment complex.
So this sounded a little outrageous that people were charging rent to tenants that were living there. I heard that, I was like, oh, that sounds a little crazy. Like, where's the police? Where's the FBI? Where's the military? Where's something? But what I do think, I mean, it's obviously on video that something was happening. I think gangs do live in that area, and some people probably do live in that apartment. I think what we saw in that video where they were looking for somebody, obviously. I don't think Venezuelan gangs are charging rent to the tenants. That's just fucking crazy, okay? I think that's just a rumor out here. But I don't think they were charging rent to the tenants. I think somebody in that video, they were looking for somebody specifically because, gangs, Venezuelan gangs live in the area. So obviously, they were looking for somebody, okay? So I don't think they're charging rent. And that's just fucking crazy, okay? Imagine you're paying rent to a Venezuelan gang. I think that would be a little outrageous. I don't think they will let that slide, okay? So I think they were looking for somebody in that video, and that's what it is. Police are saying it's not true. I don't know. People in the complex could be lying, because they care about their safety. They don't want to be like snitching and shit. They care about their safety and their lives, whatever. They don't want to say, yeah, they're here, whatever. Of course, they're not going to tell the police that people are all up in the apartment, okay? And according to the police, they always had an issue with Venezuelan gangs or migrants in this area. I just think a lot of people get carried away with stuff on the internet. Because in Chicago, someone actually called the police and said 32 Venezuelan people were in this complex trespassing. Yeah, someone called in Chicago and said 32 Venezuelans were in this complex trespassing, and the cops didn't even show up to 50 minutes later. Isn't that crazy? Let's look at the video.
Unit 10-3, I'm citywide person with a gun, 6124 South King Drive. Caller says 32 Venezuelans are trespassing the building, showing guns in the courtyard, and they have motorcycles in the courtyard as well. All stairwells are filled. Nothing further, zone clear.
Hey, I'm sorry, you headed over to the ShotSpotter or to the 6124 on King for the migrants?
On King Drive.
All right, 10-4. If there's another available unit, arrive at 310. We had multiple calls. Person with the gun, 6124 South King. Also came over to disturbance, large gathering. Said to be 32 Venezuelans trespassing in the building property, showing guns in the courtyard. They have motorcycles in the courtway, all stairwells filled. And nothing further.
Okay, so Chicago PD took 50 minutes to assign this call. Okay, broadcast at 7:45, assigned at 8:35. They took 50 minutes to get there, so maybe people were in a complex that people thought were Venezuelans, but 32 is just such a specific number. Like, who's going to say, yeah, 32 people are here? Maybe 30, 20, 50. Who the hell is going to say 32? That's just such a number that seemed like, oh, you're flaming. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. I just feel like it could be a fake call. But I also think maybe they were there. I don't know. I think it was a fake call because they showed up to the apartment And they're saying no one was there. Like, they couldn't confirm that people were there. So I don't know. People in Chicago saw the news and was like, let's make a fake call and act like, oh, Venezuelans are here. Or maybe they saw like a few Latinos there. It was like, fuck these. Like, I don't know. People are crazy nowadays, you know? So aside from the real news, I do think we got to be a little more aware of like fake news and like all type of shit going on out there. I don't think 32 Venezuelans were in that apartment in Chicago. I don't know. Maybe a few people were there. But we do know Venezuelans are in Chicago because it's a rumor on the internet that this rapper, I think he's a rapper, his name is No Limit Calvin, got killed by a Venezuelan migrant or immigrant or whatever. And then his friend, No Limit Cairo, went around looking for retaliation with a switch and a stolen car, and he ended up getting arrested. Okay, I can't confirm or deny the story. It's a rumor on the internet in Chicago that No Limit Calvin got killed by Venezuelan migrants. Okay, so clearly they're there. We all know Chicago is a sanctuary city. Okay, so I'm just leave it at that. Just be aware of what's fake and what's real. I don't know what's going on. I can't confirm or deny these stories. Aurora, Colorado. Obviously, there are Venezuelan gangs out there in that apartment complex. I don't think they're charging rent to tenants, but I do think there are some people living in that complex and they were looking for somebody specifically in that video. But I don't think they're charging rent and all this bullshit. I don't know. In Chicago, obviously, a sanctuary city, there are Venezuelans there as well. But I don't think 32 were trespassing in this complex. Okay? I think someone just made that up. Or Chicago PD could have just came too late. I don't know, but illegal immigration is definitely a problem in this country, especially when it comes to black people. Black people, we are getting replaced. I want y'all to wake the fuck up. We are getting replaced. No one's going to give a fuck about the black vote in 5 to 10 years. And that's going to be at the fault of you guys. Okay, for not paying attention, not listening to people like me, calling us coons and sellouts and shit like that. Y'all going to be replaced in 5 to 10 years. Okay? I'm leaving it at that. Okay, the presidential debate is coming up soon after so much back and forth with Trump and Kamala. Biden just dropped out the race out of nowhere. Then Kamala stepped in, demanding a debate with Trump. But she don't want to abide by the same rules that Trump and Biden already agreed upon. Make that make sense, you entitled fucking whore. You are a little entitled whore, are you, right? She demanding Trump do this debate, but she want to change the rules. Trump never agreed to debate you. Y'all did some crazy shit. Y'all had Biden drop out in the middle of the race. You weren't elected by nobody. They just appointed you pretty much, okay, to be the candidate, even though Democrats didn't even allow any other Democrat to have a voice in this election in the primaries. Y'all didn't even have a debate, okay? But whatever. So Kamala came in after Biden dropped out the race and insisted that she wants to debate only if they change the rules that Trump and Biden agreed upon. In this Fox News headline, they finally came to an agreement, but with some assurances from ABC. Harris campaign agrees to ABC presidential debate with some assurances, according to a report from CNN. CNN reported Harris accepted rules after receiving separate assurances that mics could be turned on during the debate. And the moderators would explain the unheard changes, I guess, during the debate. They would be like, okay, well, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Kamala, why can't you just debate with some control? Why do you need the mics turned on? You know why Kamala wants the mics turned on during the debate? Because she wants to cosplay as the sassy black woman and that gonna have y'all cover like see us. Oh my gosh. Kamala, this is her strategy to win. Kamala wants the mics turned on so she can be the sassy black woman. And then when you go online, you go see everybody saying things like, oh, don't play with black women. Black women do this. Don't play with black women. Don't play with black. That's her whole strategy to win. During the debate in 2020 with Mike Pence, every headline, every tweet, everybody was talking about how she was saying, I'm speaking, Mr. Pence, I'm speaking, more than any policy stance she had. They didn't talk about her policy or how she killed Pence during the debate. Everything's about I'm speaking. I'm speaking. That's her strategy to win. That's her strategy to win this debate, and I hope y'all feel like clowns. She don't care about appealing to y'all about her policies. She don't care about appealing to y'all on an intellectual level. She wants y'all to get on Twitter and be like, a black woman do this, a black woman do that. That's her whole plan to win, okay? The debate. Do y'all feel dumb? Because she think y'all dumb, okay? That's why she want the mics turned on. During the debate with Biden and Trump, it was so nice. It was demure. It was very demure, very mindful, okay? Trump said his piece. Biden said his piece. We took what we got from that, and we were okay with it. Kamala wants to cosplay as a sassy black woman. Okay, that's her whole strategy. I'm going to be the sassy black woman, and I'm going to win the debate from the low IQ retard. I don't want to say I'm a sassy black woman, and I'm going to win a debate from the low IQ people, which is the majority of you guys. That's what she want to do. Okay? So this is the statement. This is what CNN reported from Kamala them. They said, ABC News has offered assurances to the Harris campaign that if there is significant crosstalk between Harris and Trump, the network may choose to turn on the mic so that the public can understand what's happening. So, basically, if Kamala or Trump interrupts each other, they want to turn on the mic so we can hear Kamala be the sassy black woman. So y'all can get on Twitter and say, don't play with black women. That's what they want to do. They want to turn on the mics when Kamala's cosplaying sassy. And y'all can get on Twitter and on their friends and say, yeah, Kamala won the debate. She was sassy. She didn't play with Trump. That's what they want to do, okay? The moderator would discourage either candidate from interrupting constantly, and the moderator would also work to explain to viewers what is being said according to the source familiar, CNN reported. So basically, like any other debate, except for the one with Trump and Biden where the mics are turned off. That's what they do all the time. Any other debate when the candidates are interrupting each other, the moderator stepped in. You'd be like, okay, stop. That's what they want to do. That's her strategy, to win y'all off by acting like a black woman, a sassy black woman at that. And they also said reporters will be in the room to report on what can be heard when mics are muted. Okay, so the fake news will be in the room to report on what can be heard while mics are muted. Kamala is so desperate to be the sassy black woman. She even got reporters in the room to tell y'all when she being sassy during this debate. This is so crazy to me. I'm so ready to see what memes y'all are going to make, how distracted y'all are going to be from the fact that migrants are getting $150,000 down payments in homes. Migrants are getting credit cards in Chicago. Okay, migrants are getting shelter and all that, and then they're getting health care in California. But y'all gonna be on Twitter talking about, oh, Kamala she's sassy. Oh my God, she told that white man. That's her strategy to win. She wants to win you over. Well, she wants to win the low IQ people over by being the sassy black woman. Are you guys ready for that? Y'all talk about how she's sassy while migrants are getting health care. Oh, she's sassy. Migrants are getting $150,000 on homes. Oh, she's sassy. Migrants are getting credit cards. Oh, she's sassy. You're being replaced. I'm sick of y'all. Okay, so this is the statement her campaign put out. Vice President Harris, a former prosecutor, will be fundamentally disadvantaged by this format. They're saying Kamala will be disadvantaged by having muted mics. Why is that? You can't just state your cause, you state your belief or your stance and mute the mic. You gotta be sassy to win the black community because you gotta pretend you're black when you're Indian, cooking curry, and you acting like I make collard greens in the bathtub. No, tell us that curry chicken or that butter chicken recipe. And the curry one. Some collard greens in the bathtub. No, tell me that butter chicken recipe. Because you don't make no collard greens like that. Anyways. So they're saying she will be disadvantaged by this format, which will serve to shield Donald Trump from direct exchanges with the vice president. Your direct exchange can be had when your mic is on? Why do you need to unmute the mics? Because you want to act like a sassy black woman? I see right through you, Kamala. You want to have another moment from 2020. I'm speaking. No, speak about the policies. Speak about how Democrats ignored their reparations bill. Speak about how migrants are getting $150,000. I hope Trump bring this up during the debate. I hope Trump brings up the fact that you act like you're so pro-black, but Democrats out here helping migrants didn't help the native black Americans. I really hope Trump brings that up tonight. Let's make that make sense for me. Say, we suspect this is the primary reason for his campaign insisting on muted microphones. No, his campaign's insistence on muted microphones is that so each candidate can have an equal amount of time to speak without all these extra strategies and tactics to manipulate voters. Manipulate low IQ voters at that, because that's all she wants. That's all she's looking for. Because smart people like me ain't buying it. Okay? Now, enough of that. I'm just ready to see this debate. I'm telling y'all right now, Kamala's whole strategy is to cosplay a sassy black woman. And that's how she thinks she's going to win over voters. So lately on the internet, there has been a debate about whether the COVID-19 hate crime bill, or act, has been made for Asians. Tyrese came out to question the fact that Asians got a hate crime bill while black folks have gotten nothing. And this sent the Democrat millions into a frenzy, okay? They now have a new talking point. I never heard anyone say this. As long as I've heard people talk about how Asians got a hate crime bill and black people have gotten nothing, I've never heard anyone say that the COVID-19 Hate Crime Act was not made specifically for Asians, but it's for everybody. Let's look at this clip of Roland Martin.
All right, y'all, let me make this video real quick, okay? Like real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please, learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19, it specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody.
So Roland Martin is claiming that the COVID-19 Hate Crime Act is not for Asians, it's for black people, and we need to do our research. Listen, nobody cares about the nuance of this shit. Y'all acting real dumb right now to defend Democrats who don't even care about you, okay? And that COVID-19 Hate Crime Act, they mentioned Asians specifically. I counted I think about 10 or 7, 8, 9, 10 times they mentioned Asians in that hate crime bill. And y'all talk about, oh, they did this to black people. They're bringing up all these other bills that were allegedly for black people, but I didn't hear anything about so-called African Americans in these bills. So you're mad at us for saying Asians got a hate crime bill while black people got nothing when ABC News said Biden signs anti-Asian hate crime bill marking significant break in partisanship. Okay? Make that make sense. NBC News, House passes anti-Asians hate crime bill. Make that make sense for me, Roland. NPR, here's what the new hate crimes law aims to do as attacks on Asian Americans arise. Sorry. Make that make sense. Political. Biden signs anti-Asian hate crimes legislation. You trying to make it seem like we're stupid for saying they signed a bill for Asians, but none for black people, and we need to do our research? How many times was Asian American, or the word Asian was mentioned in that bill? Like, are y'all dumb? We don't care about the nuance or the bullshit of what y'all talking about. They signed that for Asians. They have this whole Stop Asian Hate campaign going going on during that time. And then they turn around and sign a COVID-19 hate crime bill and the media marketing it as anti-Asian hate bills. We're not stupid. You can play those silly games all you want. And then they're bringing up all these other bills and saying, oh, well, they did this to black people. They did this to black people. The Byrd Act. People brought up the Byrd Act that was signed into law after an LGBT white person, may he rest in peace, died at the hands of a hate crime. Okay, but I'm looking at this right now, and it mentions nothing about black people, African Americans, whatever you call us, black Americans, in this bill. Okay, it says it creates a new federal criminal law which criminalizes willfully causing bodily injury for attempting to do so with firearm, or other dangerous weapons. Okay, and if you go on, it says nothing about black people. Okay, but if you look at the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, you saw the word Asian mentioned so much times. They even mentioned all the people's names who were killed in Atlanta. Okay, but did they mention a black person that was killed, an LGBT black person that was killed during the Byrd Act? No. And then you got people bringing up the Emmett Till bill. I'm looking at the Emmett Till bill right now. I don't see the word black Americans, African Americans, nowhere in this bill. And mind you, who gets lynched anymore? Nobody's getting lynched. Okay? Nobody's literally getting lynched. Not that I know of. Okay, so this was just a thing to make them look good, as if they're doing something for black people when they're really not. Okay, I'm looking at the bill. To amend Section 249, title, I'm looking. I don't see anything about black people. It says lynching. Whoever conspires to commit any offense under paragraph 1, 2, or 3 shall, if death or serious bodily injury results from this offense, be imprisoned for not more than 30 years, fine in accordance with this title. Okay, I'm looking, I don't see anything about a black person. Yeah, they named it after Emmett Till, but in the actual body of the bill, nothing about black Americans. As much times as I've seen the word Asian and Asian American, anti-Asian hate in that COVID-19 bill, nothing about black people. As far as I'm concerned, this can go for anybody. Okay, and then I saw someone even bring up the Church Arson Act. You bringing up a Church Arson Act and saying this bill was for black people, and this wasn't even created until the 90s. Okay, the church arson was at its peak during the civil rights era, and they didn't even sign it then. They didn't even mention the people it was a. What about the church arson with the girls that were killed in that church? They didn't even make a bill then. And you talking about some shit that was created in the 90s, and you trying to tell me it's for black people? Bro, are y'all fucking dumb? How much Democrats do y'all want to suck off, bro? Be for real. Let's look at it right now. Let's look at it right now and see if it mentions black people. The Church Arson Prevention Act of 1996. Okay? Makes federal criminal code prohibitions against and penalties for damaging religious property or obstructing any person's free exercise of religious beliefs applicable where the offense is in or affects interstate commerce. Where is that for black people? Okay? Again, they're giving migrants $150,000 for down payments on homes, and you sitting right here telling me a Church Arson Act was for black people? Are you fucking dumb? Be fucking for real, bro. Church, this is gonna go for any church. A white church, a black church. How does this help the black community? Stop playing with me. And then they also had nerve to bring up the Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act prohibited discriminations on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Again, also for anybody. And if I'm not mistaken, Democrats were against the Civil Rights Act. They didn't even want it to pass. They held the longest filibuster in history in 1964 because they didn't want black people to have civil rights. And you getting on Bill Gates' internet talk about how the Civil Rights Act was for black people? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Stop playing with me. LGBT. See, Democrats got me talking about LGBT. LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson, literally said but he didn't say this exactly, but he literally said he would have black people voting Democrat for 200 years. All because of the Civil Rights Act. Basically, if he had to give black people civil rights, y'all gonna be voting for Democrats for 200 years. And look at us right now, defending Democrats. Y'all defending Democrats saying a church arson act is for black people. That's how brainwashed y'all are. The Civil Rights Act, yeah, it gave people civil rights, but that wasn't specifically for black people. That was for everybody, and that was another performative thing to say, yeah, we're doing this for black people, but at the end of the day, everybody benefits from civil rights, bruh. Everybody benefits from civil rights. Democrats didn't want to give it to you. Lyndon B. Johnson said he'll have y'all voting 200 years, voting for Democrats, but he will have Eggers voting Democrats. He literally said Eggers for voting for Democrats for 200 years before he signed the Civil Rights Act. And y'all talking about, oh, this is for black people? Are you dumb? Stop playing. Democrats, they see what's happening. They see a lot of black people like myself are waking up to what's going on, and now they're trying to replace y'all. Y'all getting on this internet, bringing up these bullshit ass bills, talk about it's for black people. Come on, man. Show me a bill that mentions African Americans specifically, like they did the Asians. Come on now, and not even that, and another whammy. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this other triple whammy? They put out an executive order on advancing equity, justice, and opportunity for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. Nothing for African Americans. How dumb are y'all, bruh? Come on, man. Not even a bill. They put out an executive order for everybody except black people. Policy. Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander individuals and communities are irrefutable sources of our nation's strength. Black people are the source of the nation's strength. Why aren't we included in this executive order? Bruh, y'all gotta wake up, bruh. Wake up. Not even in executive order. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. And y'all going out here voting for Democrats and calling other people coons. Bruh, show me one for black people. Show me an executive order for African Americans that don't include anybody else. They literally excluded y'all. When was this? May 28th, 2021. And y'all out here calling black people coons, other black people like me coons. Are you a fucking idiot? Bruh, get out this chokehold Democrats got y'all in. It's scary at this point. How do y'all not see what's going on? Bruh. They mentioned Asians in the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act multiple times. Okay? You got black people defending them on the internet, bringing up all these bullshit ass bills that don't mention black people at all. Okay? They talk about lynching on the Emmett Till, but nobody getting lynched in 2024. Nobody's getting lynched. Black people we're violent now. You're not going to lynch a black person in 2024 unless they're like some helpless person. Like it's just not happening. Okay? And they got an executive order on advancing equity, justice, and opportunity for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. Not for African Americans. Bruh. And y'all talk about, we're voting for the Indian, Jamaican, Asian. Get the fuck out of here. But y'all some fucking idiots, bruh. For real. And now, Megan Thee Stallion. Hey, Megan. I love you. I love you, Megan. I supported you all through this Tory Lanez debacle. You know, because I know how it is when it comes to black women and violence. Because people be willing to blame the black woman when it's against a black man for almost any reason. I realize that. I had your back, but now you need to shut the fuck up. Like, for real, you didn't get no advice from Cardi B to stay out of politics. Like, you just saying a bunch of stupid shit right now. Recently, Megan did an interview with Billboard magazine, and she said a lot of stupid shit. And I just want her to shut the fuck up. Cause like you just need to just stay out of politics. People were talking about you when you went to that rally, twerking and shit. I'm like, bruh, cause I love you. I think you're you're like one of the best new age rappers out here. Like you, Doja Cat, I feel like are like the few who actually have talent nowadays. And you just out here making stupid ass decisions. Okay? So, Megan did an interview with Billboard magazine. For one, and she called Kamala a black woman. Are you a fucking idiot? I get you're rich and all, and you're out of touch, and you probably don't pay attention to politics at all. I'm sure you don't. You just talk like you just want to say what sounds right to people because you don't want to get canceled. But this is what she said on Kamala running for president. She said, to be alive in a lifetime where a black woman or a woman at all could be the president, I feel so blessed. This is what the future is about. We're really about to get a strong black female in there. I feel like America needed a woman to come in and put a woman's touch on it. It's going to be it's been going a little crazy lately, and we need somebody to put their foot down. I feel like Kamala, she's gonna do that. Do what? What the fuck is Kamala gonna do? Nobody gonna take Kamala serious on the global stage, Megan. Let's be for real. You think Putin gonna take Kamala serious? You think that people in North Korea gonna take Kamala serious? Nobody gonna take this woman serious. In fact, Putin just endorsed Kamala because he knows she's a joke. Okay? Megan, stay out of politics. Respectfully, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bruh. Like, just stop. For one, Kamala's not black. You know, me, I'm a black American, native black American. I'm not an Asian, Jamaican, Indian, and neither are you. You should be smarter than that. You're from Houston, Texas, okay? Your mom, your dad is black. As far as I know, you're a native black American as well. We have to stop giving our accolades away to people of different ethnic groups in America. Okay, this whole notion of America as a nation of immigrants, I feel like it's a psyop. It's a psyop because America is controlled by somebody else, and they don't want the Native Americans in this country to have any sort of control over it because they know we're going to actually love our country and do the right thing beside it. Okay? This Asian Jamaican Indian, she don't care. She don't care. And you calling her black? People need to accept that black American is an ethnicity. We're not African Americans. We're not going by that no more. We're black Americans. Okay, you're not about to call us African American because any melanated person is a damn African American. We've never been to Africa. Like, stop it. Kamala's not black. She's Asian, Jamaican, Indian. Her ancestors were not enslaved and struggled on this soil like ours have. So why should she get accomplishments in the name of our ancestors? Okay, stop it. She ain't black American. Until we get a native black American in that seat, we have not accomplished anything. None at all. Biden said he was going to pick a black woman for vice president. He picked the least black woman out of anybody he could have picked. People was looking at Stacey Abrams, even though I don't agree with their politics. They was looking at Stacey Abrams, Keisha Lance Bottoms, things like that. Actual black women, and he picked the least black woman. Okay, until we get a native black American in the seats of president, vice president, we black Americans, native black Americans, okay, who don't know anything but American stuff, we ain't accomplished nothing. So for you to just get up on Billboard and call Kamala Harris black, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Stop. Just stay out of politics. And then she also said, Megan Thee Stallion condemns people who plan not to vote in the presidential election. I don't like when I see people saying, I'm not voting. Fuck it. What the fuck are you talking about? You're going to complain about what you don't like, but I'm not going to help the cause. I think that's very irresponsible because if you don't like what Trump has going on, why even aid in him being president again? What did Trump do to you? What did Trump do to you, bitch? You're rich. If anything, you got money. You should be advocating for less taxes. But I get it. You're rich, so you probably don't. When you're in LA, you don't. It's not you who goes to the local CVS or grocery store or whatever and has to wait for somebody to come get some headache medicine off the shelf for you because it's locked up. You're not the one that had to do that. You are so out of touch. You need to stay out of politics, bro. Do you know how it feels in California when I'm having a headache? I'm having the migraine. I need to go to CVS and get some migraine medicine, and I'm pressing the button on the thing, and I'm waiting for somebody to come get the migraine medicine off the shelf for me because it's locked up. You're not the one that have to go to do that. You're not the one that have to go to CVS and get some toothpaste. You gotta press the button for somebody to come get the toothpaste off the shelf for you because it's locked up. You're not the one that have to do that. You're rich. You're out of touch. Until you live the day in the life of a common American, I advise rich people stay out of politics unless you're well educated on the topic. Because Megan, you're clearly out of touch and have no clue what's going on. Okay? Me, as an average American, I despise going to the store and having to wait for an employee to come get some medicine off the shelf for me because it's locked up in a damn cabinet. That's what it's like in Democrat cities because you can basically steal and get away with it. So Megan, just stop. You're embarrassing me, and I hate to do this because I love you. And you out here getting awards and Planned Parenthood? Girl, stop that shit. Do your damn research. You know Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, advocated for white supremacy and said black people should be exterminated like weeds, and you out here accepting awards for abortions, bitch? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Just stop. Just stop. Do your damn research. You out here getting awards for advocating black genocide on your own Native American black people and then advocating and supporting an Asian Jamaican Indian? Sit your ass down, Megan. Just stop. You embarrassing me. Damn. I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta go. Thank you guys. Until next time, I'm gonna try to make my next episode a little sooner because I gotta be a little more on point with this. But thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Misinformation Show. I am your host, Amber Star McTerry. Until next time, follow me on Twitter at the Misinfo Show __. I'm on Twitter at Starring Amber. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. I would love more subscribers. You know, we have a little fun over here. Yay! Okay, anyways. All right, see you guys next time. Thank you.